Are you constantly struggling to try to figure out what you need to do next and constantly trying to guess of like, all right, what's going to have the biggest impact? I mean, so many people I chat with, struggle with like, Jason, I just don't know what to do next. Well, this is the episode for you of the Smart Agency Masterclass.
Welcome to the Smart Agency Masterclass, where you can legally steal what works and what doesn't, so you know exactly how to build a better agency.
All right, so I'm sharing my screen right now. So if you're just listening on audio, that's okay. You can literally go to jasonswenk.com/shit to do. Okay, just one word, shit to do, all together. And that's going to be the URL that you can go and you can see this video and you can download the worksheet that I'm going to give to you that I think will be a pretty big game changer. Because if you're just stressed and overwhelmed, you're giving too much priority to too many things. I mean, that's the key to being overwhelmed. You're just giving too much priority. And I've created this worksheet. And I'm going to walk you through this worksheet of how I personally rank things when I start feeling overwhelmed. And this is what I give to my one-on-one clients as well to let them figure out what do they need to do next. Okay, so basically I've created this worksheet with 4 columns and it has 2 tabs, right? You have to do the first tab first. And the first tab is called shit to do. And so what I want you to do is list out everything that you feel you have to do within that week. I mean, literally everything that you have to do. Don't rank it anything or anything like that. Then the next column over, I want you to put like an X or a check mark by it saying, do I have to personally do this? Okay. The next column over is, can I use technology to do this or can I delegate? Okay. So after you list all that out, then because what I want you to do is start looking at all the stuff that you're doing and think about, how can I use technology to do it? I mean, I've created a lot of different systems from marketing automation. Obviously you guys know about that. And, from, calendar setup, all this kind of stuff that used to drag me down. And when I started looking at it, being like, man, there's got to be technology to do that, I found it. And so then I implemented it because then it saved me time. The other thing that I want you to look at doing is, can I delegate this work out, right? Both, can I delegate it to my employees? If you don't have employees, no problem. You can always outsource it like so. When I was doing show notes, like for this masterclass, at first I was doing the show notes, but then I didn't want to do it anymore. It was taking a lot of time, and my time could be better spent somewhere else. So I found someone that could help me do the show notes, and so I delegated that. So after you figure out, all right, what can I eliminate for using technology and delegate? Then I want you to look back at this is the list that I personally have to do. And then I want you to go over to tab number 2 of the must do's. Okay. And this is basically saying, this is breaking it out into kind of 3 columns. Now, let me give you a little analogy that I heard that I think really relates. If you have 2 glasses, and in the first glass, you take 50 pebbles and you put all 50 pebbles in first, it fills up the glass about halfway. Then you put a tennis ball in there. It's going to overflow on the glass. Now, if you take the second glass and you put the tennis ball in first, it fits in about halfway of the glass. And then you put the 50 pebbles in, it's going to surround it and be a perfect fit. It's not going to overflow. Meaning, do the big impact items first. So many of us do the low impact items first, and that's actually the wrong thing to do. Like, you have a client complaining about something or squeaky wheel or something like that, right? And you do that first because you feel better, you can do more things and you feel like you accomplished more. But you want to do the high impact items first and do those, before all the others. So basically I created 3 columns. So of all the stuff that you personally have to do that you can't use technology, you can't delegate, you then start ranking things on, would this item impact me for the long term? Would this impact me for the high impact for the short term? And then lastly, low impact items, whether it be like checking email or whatever it is, and just ranking those and then putting those in order of importance. If you do that, then you're not going to be so overwhelmed anymore, and you're going to be positioned in order to have some major growth. So I just wanted to give you that tip. I just got off a call with a client and I walked them through this. And I walked someone through it the other day and the other day and the other day. And I was like, this is something that I must tell you guys right now. All right. So if you like this, make sure you share it with your team, your friends, whoever else. You'll be helping them out. You'll be helping me out. Whatever you're listening or watching me on, make sure you subscribe. So when we do more of these, you get notifications. So if you're on iTunes, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, or Facebook, whatever it is, just make sure you connect with me. And as you have questions or struggles, reach out to me at jasonswenk.com/askswenk.